Hello, grade 5 students. How are you today? Today's topic is line graph. Objective by the end of the lesson, you should be able to analyze and read and interpret line graph with different skill. Open your textbook, page 250. Number 1, the table shows the monthly rainfall from January to June in a certain year. Okay, the rainfall is using the centimeter for the units. Now there is a question, what is the rainfall for the month of May? There are 4 steps. Step number 1, find the month of May along the scale, the green lines. Here it is, the green line on horizontal line, the month of May, this one. Step number 2, next move up red arrow until you meet the graph. Now you have to move up here until the dot. Step number 3, then from the meeting point on the graph, move left until you meet the scale, the brown line here. From the dot, move to left and you find number 10 there. And then step number 4, the reading at the meeting point on the scale, the brown line is 10 centimeters. So the rainfall for the month of May is 10 centimeters. The red lines track the path of the step number 1 to number 4. This is how you read the rainfall from the different months. Now part B. Question, in which month was there 8 centimeters of rainfall? Look at the step here, number 1 until 4. Step number 1, find the amount of 8 centimeters along the scale, the brown line. Here it is, 0 until 16, this is 8. We have found this. Step number 2, next, move right, the blue arrow, until you meet the graph. Here, move the right until you meet the dot. Step number 3, then from the meeting point on the graph, move down until you meet the scale, the green line. Yeah, here it is, the green line, until you find February there. Step number 4, the reading at the meeting point on the scale, the green line, is February. So there was 8 centimeters of rainfalls in February. The blue lines track the path of step number 1 to number 4. This is how you find out which month has the given amount of rainfall. It's easy, right? I think it's easy. Okay, now let's continue. Open your textbook, page 252. The number 2, the line graph shows the amount of petrol left in a car and the distance the car traveled. Study the graph and answer the question which follow. This is the graph and the question, part A, how much petrol was in the car at number 1 at the start of the journey. Here it is, the start still 0 and the amount of petrol is 30 liters. How about question number 2, at the end of the journey? So this one, at the end, how many liters is it? That's true, only 5 liters. Question part B, how much petrol was used for number 1, the first 60 kilometer travel, from 0 to 60, from 30 to 25. So what is the difference? 30 minus 25, what is the answer? That's true, only 5 liters that was used. Question number 2, the second 60 kilometer travel, here from 60 to 120, 60 plus 60 is 120. Yeah, the remaining amount of petrol is only 15 liters now. So what is the difference between 25 and 15? 25 minus 15 equals, that's true, 10 liters that was used. Now, number 3, the third 60 kilometer traveled. Here it is. Now it becomes 10 liters from 15 liters. So what is the difference? Yes, 15 minus 10 equals 5. And the last one, 4th kilometer traveled, this one. Now the remaining is only 5 liters from 10 liters. So the difference is, yes, 5 liters. Study the answer of you obtain in part B here. What can you say about the amount of petrols used? This one, the answer 5, 10, 5, 5. From 6 to per 60 until the last 60 kilometers from 0 until 240. Now think about it. Okay, what do you think? What can you say about the amount of petrols that was used between the first until from the first 60 kilometers until the last one, the fourth 60 kilometers? All right, think about that. Now let's see the question. This is the question in the Google form. Okay, right now this graph shows about the number of books that is sold per week during a certain period. Would you please answer number 1 until number 5 based on this graph? Click your answer for number 1 until number 5, whether it is A, B, C, or D, and then transfer your answer in the Google form. Alright, now do this assignment and transfer your answer in the Google form. Now do the Google form. See you later. Thank you very much. Bye.